Salvete omnes, and welcome to Caesar's Gallic Wars, Book 4, Section 35, and the first sentence of Section 36. These are the last selections that we will read in Book 4 for the AP syllabus. When last we left Caesar, he was rescuing his men who were foraging, but bad weather prevented them from continuing the fight. And in this selection, Caesar is going to finally defeat the Britons. So let us begin. Caesar etsi idem quad superioribus diebus acciderat fore videbat, ut si essent hostes pulsi celeritate periculum effugerent, tamen noctis equites circiter, XXX, which is 30, quos comius atrebas, de quo ante dictum est, secum transportaveret legiones in Achaea pro castris constituit. So Caesar, although he saw that the same thing would happen, although he believed or saw that the same thing would happen, which had happened in prior days or in previous occasions, the same thing would happen, which was that if the enemy had been driven off or routed, they would flee the danger or escape from the danger by their speed. However, having obtained about 30 horsemen, which Comius Atrebus, about whom it had been mentioned before, which Comius Atrebus had transported with him, he drew up legions. He set up the legiones in Achaea, in battle line, pro castris, in front of the camp. Commissa proelio, with battle having been engaged, here we have a nice little ablative absolute, which Caesar loves to create. When battle was engaged, the enemy, hostes, was not able, non potuerunt, ferre, to sustain the impetum, to sustain the attack of our men of nostrorum militum. Remember, Caesar loves to say nostri for our men. So with the battle having been engaged, the enemy was not able to sustain the attack of our men any longer, and they turned their backs. Where terunt terga. So continuing, quos tanto spatio secuti, quantum cursu et viribus efficere potuerunt, cum pluris ex eis coquiderunt, dende omnibus longe lateque aedificis incensis, se in castra recaperunt. So here we're going to start with the secuti, which comes from sequor, sequi, secutisum, which means to follow. So having pursued or followed them, and they give you a note for tanto spatio in the text, which says over as much distance and with their cursu and viribus, with as much running and strength as possible, or with their as much running and strength over what do they say? Over as much distance and with as much strength, having pursued them, with as much strength as they were able to create, the Romans killed several of them, meaning the Britons. Then, with omnibus longe, with all of the buildings having been burned, longe and late, far and wide, they retreated, recaperunt, in castra. Literally, they received themselves back into the camp, or they retreated into the camp. Remember, castra is a neuter plural, so that in is plus an accusative. The a is accusative plural, which means into. So in plus the accusative means into. They retreated into the camp. And then picking up to end the passage here, or end the excursion on the next day, on the same day, eodem die, legati, the envoys, having been sent a postibus by the enemy, when erunt, came de pace, concerning peace, ad Caesarem. So on that same day, envoys having been sent by the enemy came to Caesar concerning peace. Okay, and that is the end of what we will read for Book 4. The peace terms are negotiated with the Britons, and then Caesar basically takes his army back to Gaul. In the end, when word of Caesar's victory comes over the British in Rome, the Senate decrees 20 days of public thanksgiving for this victory. So that ends book 4 for us, our selections of book 4 that we are reading for the AP syllabus, and we will continue on with our start of book 5. Walete.